I know it's been a while. I feel like I got like a hair on my nose. There it was. I feel like every time I do a video, I say that I'm going to get on here more and make more videos because we're quarantined. We're home right now. But, like, I never do it. Like, then I'm gone for, like, ever. And my blog's been neglected. And I don't know why. I just can't get in the videoing and typing, writing, whatever you want to call it, mood. And a lot of that is probably because, like, nothing's happening. There's nothing to video or to write about. But Connor's been doing PT through teletherapy, and so I was just going to hop on here and talk about that for a second. We started out doing PT and OT. OT, we had one session, and I wanted to kind of explain why. I'll be honest, I didn't want to do teletherapy because I know how Connor is, and I knew it was probably going to be a disaster. And I'm lazy, and I just didn't want to deal with it, to be honest with you. But Jeremy's like, if there's a way for him to get his therapy still, we should really do it. And I agree with him. He's completely right. And so we gave it a go. PT, the first day, he didn't want to do it. He did a lot of refusing. But the good thing about PT is I can get his body in the position. And he's aggravated, he'll huff and he'll puff, but he'll eventually go ahead and do it. Because I can physically put his body into whatever position of what she's wanting him to do. With OT, as far as writing and doing things with your hands, I can't make you do it. Our first session, we were going to have him write his name. He can write his name. He acted like he didn't know how to hold a pencil, like on purpose. Like he was just holding a pencil in his hand like this. And she was like, Connor Thaddeus, you know how to hold a pencil. And he immediately got his pencil, the right way. And he just refused to write. And if I were to have tried hand over hands, he just goes limp. And it's like me doing it. So that's why we decided that OT, we were cutting it out. And they did send me a lot of stuff to work with them on at home, and ideas and things I can continue to do with OT, and we've been doing that. So with PT, the next few sessions were much of the same, but today was the absolute disaster. And it's hard because, like, I try to talk it up when it's PT day, and I told him this morning, because he's used to being able to get his tablet at some point during the day. He don't have it all the time, but at some point during the day he gets his tablet. And so I told him this morning, I was like, hey, I'm sorry guys. I'm getting tired, sorry. I had told him, like, during the day, hey, if you will do really good in PT, it's your last day. Today was our last day. If you'll do really good in PT, I will give you then you can have your tablet. And he fussed a little because he wanted it then. But anyway, so we get on PT. He would he would cover his face, he would scream, he would holler, he would stomp his feet, he would hit his fist on his leg. Like, it was awful. And it's a hard balance. Discipline's a hard balance, period. But, like, it's hard when you have an audience, because through a screen, it can look like you're being really mean, or, anyway, it was just hard to decide what should I do. And I would try to put him in the positions, and he just would, like, lay down or sit down. Like, he maybe did, like, one or two things, but other than that, we literally just struggled with him and tried to talk him through it the whole session. And it was just really hard. It's really frustrating. It's a little bit embarrassing because it's like I can't get him to do something, and I'm his mom. I'm supposed to be able to. And I know that they say kids act worse a lot of times with their parents, but still, it's pretty embarrassing, because it looks like you can't control your kid. You can't get your kid to do what you tell them to do. But y'all, with any intellectual disability, it's a whole different ball game, and it's a very big struggle between it's just a fine line between I need to push them harder because they are capable of more, and I need to kind of lean back and let them process what's going on. A lot of times Connor is extremely frustrated because he cannot speak and he cannot communicate with us. I'd been telling him all morning that we were having PT. We were going to do PT over the computer, but still I think he spends a lot of his time confused, and a lot of times maybe I don't communicate. I'm not very good maybe at communicating what's going to happen next and what's going to happen next, for our day. And so it's something I'm really thinking about and something I'm keeping in mind. When I used to work at Tri-County with adults with intellectual disabilities, we had one individual where we had to make a schedule out with them at the beginning of the day, and we had to put down everything that was going to happen, everything we were going to do. And like if there was any schedule changed in the day, we had to write it. We had to talk to this person about it, and we had to write it. And so it's really something I've been thinking about lately that might be something good with Connor, especially while we're home here. It could kind of be just a tentative schedule, nothing deep or hard, or it could be anything from TV time and lunch, and then you can have your tablet, just something like that to kind of physically make out for him. And maybe I could I'm not a good artist, but maybe I could try to draw it instead of writing the words, since he can't read. And it's just, you have to kind of think outside the box. And so I'm trying to do that, and I'm trying to be better about that, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing, y'all. A lot of times I feel like people think we have it all together. We don't. We're still learning every day. We're still figuring out what works best and what is a complete disaster. And today was a complete disaster. And I do want to say it was nothing about his physical therapist. She's amazing. The occupational therapist, she's amazing. They're all great. It's just a lot of change right now for him, and it's very hard and it's very difficult. And I don't want to cry. It's just really hard because he's never had to do that over the computer. We've never even really Skyped with people. He's never Skyped with people. He's never talked to anybody over the computer. We've never done this, and it's really hard, and he doesn't understand why he's having to do it. And so it's there was no notice. There was no, talking him into it. And part of that's my fault, and I get that. And so I'm just trying to be better. I can't go backwards. I can't change things I've done and decisions I've made. And but going forward, I can do better. And so I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm so upset. The thought of him being confused, or the thought of him every single day not knowing what's happening next, or not or being any sort of nervous or stressed kills me, because this is his life. He shouldn't have to feel nervous or stressed. When you're home, it's your safe haven. You shouldn't feel that way. And so I'm really going to try to do better about writing out a schedule, trying to stick to it, trying to keep our days more in a routine pattern, instead of just flying by the seat of our pants like we have been. And I just want to be better, and I want to do better for him, and I want him to have a stable life. I know life is a roller coaster, and things happen and things change, but as much as I can physically possibly make it, I want him to have a stable, peaceful life. And so that's just some things I wanted to hop on here tonight and talk about. Really not much else going on. We're just trying to stay in. We have been getting to go to church, so that's exciting. We wear a mask, and we're very careful. We don't mingle or talk or get real close to anybody, but it's been wonderful to see each other and to worship together again. And so we're super thankful for that. And other than that, and going to my grandma's and my mom's, we haven't been going anywhere, but it's just been nice to get back in a routine, and as pent up as I feel and as frustrated as I feel being home all the time, I'm very grateful that I have the ability to be home with him all the time and to keep him safe. And if nothing else, every Sunday I can look forward to going to church. And that's like literally not even a mile down the road. Like I can see the church almost, but still, it's out of this house and it's with some different people. And so, anyway, we're surviving, we're doing good, we're healthy. That's the important thing, we're healthy. And we are just trying to get through this and trying to figure out how to live through this. It's really hard. And nobody really has the answers because we've never done this. So anyway, I just wanted to hop on here and just kind of give you a little update. We're doing good. We're hanging in there, and we're going to get through this. It's going to be good. Bye, guys.